What's going on, guys? Hey, sorry about the shortened pre-race and all that, but unfortunately I had a few technical issues trying to get going. Did a little bit of a charity race last night for the Alpha One Foundation, and when adjusting some of the triple back to single screen settings for the broadcast tonight, it was just throwing me completely off, so didn't have a whole lot of time to get this going. But welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. This is the Helene Relief 200 live from Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum, and we're gonna find out who's got what for the coveted pole, and then we're going to go 200 laps here around this half-mile bull ring, better known as Bristol Motor Speedway. All right, qualifying now underway. Let's get on down, find out what's going on, and get dirty with these guys. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pile on everything that you're going to need to be able to keep up with these guys. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. I guess first things first, I need to reset the overlay. I'm going to guess that all that information didn't transfer over, but that is okay. Let's do this. There we go. All right, so far Cole Snyder in that number 24 out of Pennsylvania, the fastest man in town with a 14:47. Let's get down with some of these guys. How about the one and only Evan Knopp in this number 63? Again, some last minute settings. Chloe says, "Hey, good evening." Good evening, Chloe. Thanks for coming out. Let's go ahead and check our sounds, make sure that that's all where we want them as well. Again, I apologize for the little bit of a late start here, but we're going to be good to go. Started to feel a little under the weather after last night's charity race, so I am popping cough drops and sipping on some water. Evan Knopp to the top of the board. Let's check in with Jordan Anderson as he gets a little loose off of turn number 4 and puts it into the water barrels. How about the 57 Skull Machine for Kenny Lind? So far sitting P14. That should be his second lap. And it looks like he's going to stay right there. Jordan Anderson, he's not out on track yet. How about the one and only Stan Carnathan in this 82? Looks like this is his warm-up lap, so he's going to take it a little easy, it looks like, and maybe not post a full qualifying lap. So we'll move on over to Austin Collins, and Austin Collins doing Austin Collins things. As always, sitting right there at the start stripe every single week. How about Brian Pizzicchemi? Back there in that number 78, it looks like he's just kind of taking it slow. How about Tom Harmon? Wouldn't expect that out of the Avril Lavigne Silverado. That number 68, always bad fast, of course, comes into tonight's race after 6 wins on the season, including last week. Top of the points by a good 70-plus points over Austin Collins, Kenny Lind, Andrew Chapman, and Evan Knopp round out your top 5. All right, going to go ahead and pull it down, and that put Tom Harmon right now on top of the board. Again, Austin Collins kind of hanging out. How about Jim Dudine at 053? Looks like he's out here on track as he comes across the start stripe. And looks like this will be his get up to speed lap, or his first lap, but not counting. All right, Jim Duda's first lap looks like it will be good enough so far for P13. So far, 23 guys have gone out there and taken time. 26 guys, all in all, to start this evening's race. Jim Duda on his second lap puts it up to P number 9. Dylan Chappell Sr. down here in this number 99, as it looks like this is his second lap. See if he's able to get it any faster. Pretty steady up and off the corner, which is always a great thing, but he's going to stay 21st. Brian Pizzicchemi still just rolling at the start stripe, and so far he would be the last one except for Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor right now is the only one that has not yet taken a time. And it looks like qualifying is up. All right, so what he said, we go ahead and clear the boards. And we'll go ahead and pull up our grid. All right, so hold on one second. Got to straighten up some tools here right quick. There we go. All right, so it looks like Tom Harmon will be on the pole in that Avril Lavigne number 68 out of the great state of Illinois, with Evan Knopp in the 63 P2. Cole Snyder, P number 3 in that 2-4, with Charlie Mosley Jr. in the 89 P4. P5, Justin Anaskok in that number 13 decides to step out of the admin tower this evening to get down on track. And to his outside, looks like it's going to be Andrew Chapman in the 2-5. Connor Cunningham in the 3, starting 7th, with Mike Miller in the 5, starting 8th. P9 is going to be Jim Duda in the 0-5-3, with Chris Murphy to his outside. And to round out the top 12, it's going to be the double deuce of Josh Arnold with Chris Weaver to his outside. Looks like P number 13 is going to be Davey Weaver in the 28, with John Osborne in the 81, P14, P15, Mike Carter in the 98, and to round out the top 8 rows is going to be Claire Murphy. Row number 9 looks like Giovanni Klein in the 84, with Kenny Lynn to his outside in the 5-7. 19th going to be Jordan Anderson in the 30, with Doug King in the 87, P20. P21, Dylan Chappell Sr. in that 99, with Mike Papa Bear Campbell in that 71. 22nd, 23rd is going to be Stan Carnathan in the 82. 74 of Austin Collins in P24. And shotgun on the field is going to be Josh Taylor and Brian Pizzicemi. So I got 26 bad mother truckers out here ready to tackle the last great Coliseum, and we're getting ready to go as well. All right, so this man right here has been bad fast all season long. He's getting 6 wins on the season so far. Can he get on up there and grab another one? I absolutely think it's very, very possible. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather just a little bit. Looks like 73-degree track temp, 71-degree air, about an 8-mile-per-hour wind, and we're starting off at about 6:30 in the evening. So this may transition from day into night. Lights atop the pace truck are out. We're going to get ready to roll. Let's go ahead and bring up your track map right now. And this pace truck's going to go ahead and pull off next time round. What do y'all think out there, chat? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Tom Harmon again? Is it going to be Justin Anaskok, since he decided to step out of the admin tower tonight? Feeling pretty good about his race or his truck. It's going to be Josh Arnold in that double deuce to come on up here and grab a W. Who's it going to be? All right. I definitely can't wait. All right, so down the middle of the back stretch, we're going to go ahead and bring it on over to Barney in that flag stand and get ready to roll. Pace truck's going to go ahead and make that hard left turn. Green flag's out. Let's go. So a big battle right up here for the top spot. 68 down low. You got Evan Knopp up on the high side. Going to try to use that banking and that momentum to take the spot, and he does. So Evan Knopp's going to go ahead and lead that lap. But 68 of Tom Harmon able to lead the first one. It's funny as you kind of go around and you keep up with these guys. We're already working lap number 3. So, I mean, 200 laps here. Bristol Motor Speedway is going to literally go by in the blink of an eye. Evan Knopp not resting at all. The man just went purple with a time of 14:66. Tom Harmon with a 15:08. In fact, everybody else throughout the field in the 15-second bracket. So Evan Knopp trying to really put a big gap back on everybody else. And as you can see, he's already got about a full second over Tom Harmon. Now, the 63, he's got to think that he doesn't want to burn up his tires. He doesn't want to use up too much of his right front. You know, maybe save a little bit of fuel in case that becomes a little bit of an issue later on. But so far, that 63 is absolutely out there on rails. Let's go ahead and show you exactly what kind of times he's running compared to the rest. And there you go. So let's take a look from Tom Harmon, Evan Knopp, and Cole Snyder. I mean, those guys are still slower than he is by a tenth or more every lap. Now, if I'm telling Evan what to do, but caution's going to fly. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened here. It looks like possibly Jim Dudai and Kenny Lind are going to have something to do with this yellow flying. Let's go back, find out exactly what it was, and go from there. Let's pick up our chase cam. Definitely appreciate the little bit of broadcaster love on the back end of that machine. But let's play this out, find out what happened. You see Connor Cunningham underneath him in that Wheaties number 3. It looks like the 53 just gets loose, tries to save it, does save it, comes back up on track. Was that enough for the caution, though? I wouldn't think it would be, but yeah. The 53 almost losing it. Oh, nope, that's going to be it right there. Let's actually back that up just a tad because the 53 had that thing saved. Let's go ahead and play that quarter speed, see if the 99 actually comes down or if the 53 is having to chase that truck up the banking in order to save it again. Nope, 99's getting loose. You see him pointing in the wrong direction. 053, nowhere to go. Clear contact, sending that 53 up into the outside wall. And then the 57 of Kenny Lind collects them on the backside. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Very, very unfortunate. All right, so what do you say we try to pick up with Evan Knopp here right quick, see if we can find him. Yep, he's down there in heel turn. Let's bring him on up to the booth right quick and see what he's got to say and how he's feeling about that machine so far. Evan, it's Repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy in that 6.3?
Oh, yeah. What's up, Pete?
All right, Evan, so you were flat pulling away. You were the fastest man by a tenth or more every single lap. Do you feel that great about your truck, or do you think you might have been abusing it just a little bit too much?
Honestly, if I had to rank my favorite tracks on iRacing or tracks that I think I'm good at on iRacing, this is probably way down the list. So I'm just kind of happy to be up here. I think that a lot of those guys were maybe saving too much, and I was probably pushing a little too hard, but trying to get a good gap and see what happens. In order to know how much these tires fall off, you kind of, sometimes it's good to abuse them and see just how it feels, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, buddy.
I know.
Go ahead.
No, I know everybody's got a different strategy up here. Just trying to get a gap and do my thing.
All right, buddy. Well, you're about to do your thing again. We're racked and stacked all back up. I'll get you back on down to heel turn. Good luck as always. Keep the shiny side up on that vitamin water machine. Let's go.
Thank you, Pete.
You got it. All right, so one more time. That is the pilot. We're back green. Let's go. All right, so the 63, again, with a very, very clear advantage. He says he's just happy to be in the lead. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're in the lead and you're pulling away from someone like Tom Harmon, you're absolutely doing great things. So let's go back again and take a look at some of those lap times between him, Harmon, and Justin Anasigok as Justin now pulls his machine into P3 in that number 13. But I tell you what, he's not resting at all. The man just went purple yet again, posting a time of 14:64. So that 63 is absolutely flat digging it. Chloe wants to know who's all in Twitch chat tonight besides me. Well, Chloe, I'm here. Now there's about 9 others of you. But definitely appreciate everybody that's out there, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. Big thank you. Definitely appreciate you. Please don't ever think that I don't, because I absolutely do. All right, so let's go on back, take a look at some of these guys. Actually, right now, it looks like a little bit of a battle, but the 2.5 of Andrew Chapman able to get on by that 13 Ghost machine. Behind him is going to be Cole Snyder. Cole, again, started third. Right now, P5, so down 2 spots. The same thing as Charlie Mosley right behind him. still working through the field a little bit. You see Josh Arnold back here in that double deuce. Right behind him could be the 5 of Mike Miller. Chris Weaver back here as well in that number 17 Fox8.com machine. I've covered it before, said it before. He actually is a sports journalist. Good save by Chris Weaver. That thing was all but sideways. Probably able to see the number going down the straightaway, but able to save it. Claire Murphy's going to be right behind him in that deuce. Claire right now, he's up 5 spots after starting 16th to come into P number 11. Josh Taylor was one of the late entries, had to start all the way in the back. Well, guess what? This guy is already up 14 spots after one caution that only included 2 cars. So Josh Taylor really making some headway. Mike Carter is going to be behind him in that CMS number 98 Toyota. Stan Carnathan, one of the guys that shows up to turn down for what iRacing ranks every now and then. Right now in this number 98. I'm sorry. There you go. 82 rather. I knew that number didn't sound right. And then it's number 82. He's also up 10 spots after starting 23rd. Connor Cunningham back here in this Wheaties number 3. Big, oh, off the corner. Gonna smack the inside wall so far. Okay, there is the caution. We won't need to go back and recheck that, because we absolutely saw all kinds of smoke from the back end of that Wheaties Good Wrench machine. That Dale Earnhardt tribute is gonna have to come on down pit road, service that Silverado, and then get back and going. Very, very unfortunate to lose it all by himself up and off the corner. It's easy to do here at Bristol because you want to get back in that throttle so fast, and the back end just kind of stepped out on him. It absolutely happens to the best. All right, so Evan Knopp stayed out. Andrew Chapman right now sitting P number 2. I believe I saw Andrew Chapman before. I'll see if I can go ahead and find him yet again. I could have been wrong, but I'm going to try anyway. And yep, I do not see Andrew Chapman available to chat. Oh, nope, there he is. He's also down there in heel turn, so we'll go ahead and pull him on up right quick, see what he's thinking about his chances so far, as he's up 4 spots to sit in the P2 position. Andrew, it's repeat up in the booth, but you got a quick copy in that Virginia Tech Hokies Monster number 25.
Hey, Pete, can you hear me?
I got you, buddy, loud and clear. Wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to pull you or not. Didn't see you down there in heel turn first time I went through. But you're moving your way on up through the fields after starting 6th, up 4 to P2. What do you think your chances of getting by that 63? That is, I mean, he's put down a couple of fastest laps of the race so far twice. I believe you and him are the only ones so far that have been down in the 14-second bracket.
You know how fast Evan is anywhere we go, but I love Bristol. It's probably my favorite track on here, so I like my chances here, but we'll see what we can do with Evan.
Now, I asked him under the first caution, I said, hey, do you think you're abusing those tires? He says, Pete, I didn't think I'd be leading, never mind pulling away. I don't get the biggest or the best feel out of Bristol, so he's just happy to be up there. Now, you saying that this is undoubtedly one of your most favorite tracks. If you were to call all the shots tonight, how many laps would you lead this evening, and can you get it done for the checkers?
Oh, I'd leave all of them if I could. It gets a little hard to pass here. Track position's everything, so I told Evan once he got up there, I'd just keep clean air if I were you. I'd burn him up and keep it up there. So I think that's key, being up front.
All right. And last but not least, you guys being on the same team for heel turn, is there going to be any little bit of a countdown so you guys can kind of blast off together, or are you going to see what kind of game he plays at the restart zone?
Well, I'd have to say you'll have to watch and find out.
Fair enough. All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down with the rest of heel turn right now. Like I told Evan, as always, great looking machine. Keep the shiny side up, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks, Pete. We'll see you.
You got it. All right, pilot, one more time. Oh, that number 25 Virginia Tech machine. Talking about Andrew Chapman, getting him back on down with his heel turn teammates right now, and wishing him the best of luck. All right. So let's see here. What do you say we get ready to go yet again? Green flag's up. Let's roll. So you saw him again all take the green and get on up and get going. The 25 and the 63 heel turn teammates. 1-2 with Chris Murphy right now sitting P number 3. I want to say Chris Murphy is in. Let me see if I can't find him right quick. I want to say he's not in an associated team, or at least I don't think he is. No, Chris Murphy is with KS Gaming Racing. Old Kurt Swatsworth. Swats used to broadcast. Chloe says, this race is wild, repeat. Yeah, Chloe, I've got to agree. These guys absolutely haul the mail around this half-mile juggernaut of Bristol Motor Speedway. Do a great job every single race. But this week, these guys are absolutely getting after it. I think that 25 and 63, if they continue to show this kind of speed, this kind of prowess, I think they're going to do very, very well. Right now, Chris Murphy a little bit further back, as you can see, by 1.7 seconds behind our leader, but it has been able to get on by Tom Harmon and Josh Arnold. Right now, Chris Murphy up 7 spots after starting 10th. If we got to look back for the biggest mover of the evening again, got to go back here to Josh Taylor. Again, Josh was not able to place a qualifying time. So here he is trying to look underneath the 98 of Mike Carter. Not quite able to do it. You see Justin Anaskog in that number 13. He's going to be right up there with Giovanni Klein in that CMR machine on the outside, kind of tagging that wall just a little bit. Underneath him is going to be the 17 of Chris Weaver and Charlie Mosley Jr. right ahead. The next biggest mover we'd have would be this guy right here, the 74 guy, also that did not lay down a qualifying lap. I guess he was up to the challenge to try to drive his way through the field. So far, again, being up now 11 as he's battling the 17. 17 on the outside, taking that run off the high side, not able to complete the side-by-side challenge, but going to fall in right behind the 74. And, you know, if the 74 is up now 11 spots, maybe kind of get in right behind him, see which line he's running, kind of take a look at his throttle points and where he might be tapping a brake just to set the nose a little bit. But, yeah, 74, again, trying to move his way through the field. Kenny Lind, we talked about him in qualifying back here in this number 57 machine. He's up 2 spots. Have to see if he's got anything for the race a little bit later on, as we just watched Jordan Anderson get all kinds of slideways off the corner. Still trying to control that truck. Very, very loose off. We're staying green, though. No caution. 78 going to go around the outside, and it looks like it's going to be the 81 of John Osborne to pull up right to his tailgate now. Now go underneath. He saw how loose that number 30 Nike machine was. Just have to hope that there's no other issues. Mike Papa Bear Campbell also sees all what's going on here as well. And he's just kind of, you know, slotting into position. Speaking of wild, and not in a very good way, If you've seen all the news coming out of Western North Carolina, as far as like Asheboro, Chimney Rock, and so many of those other areas, if you'd like to donate to the cause to help out anybody that really needs the help, Mike Pop Bear Campbell here in this number 71 is, whoa, looks like the 78 down low that time. We'll get back to that here in just a second. But we just saw Brian Pinskemi down by the inside wall. Let's go back and find out exactly how this happened right quick. We'll jump on board the chase cam. You see him down, getting underneath the 99. Looks pretty steady right there. Up and off the corner, no issue. Letting the truck eat. And still down here, 99 still up high. He's going to be able to hold it down. You see a little bit of a wiggle there. It might be putting a whole lot of effort into the wheel. And still 99 up top. 78 still trying to keep that truck under. You see the 1784. So that what we saw with the 78 was him just locking it down so he didn't get collected. And that's what the caution was. No harm, no foul. Great hands, great track awareness by driver 78. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we saw Josh Taylor before, moving his way on up through the field. And now he's up 23 spots. So this man is absolutely on a move. Let's see if we can't go ahead and pull him on up right quick. Josh, it's Repeat up in the booth, but you got a quick second in that HendrickCars.com number 18 Silverado.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, man, you are on an absolute tear. The 25 says he absolutely loves this place. By you being up 23 spots, being the biggest mover, I'm guessing the qualifying lap maybe just didn't work for you, not quite sure. But man, you're motivating around this place. Talk to us about your truck, and can you get on up there and grab this W?
Yeah, I kind of spun out in practice or qualifying and didn't really get a lap in, so I kind of started to the back. Just been really patient. Really just kind of letting the tires come to me, not trying to overdrive it, and it seems like everybody's starting to get a little loose on the long runs, and hopefully we can get a good long run in, because I feel like I'm pretty good on the long run.
Josh, I was just about to start talking about everything that's happened out in Western North Carolina, and I know that you were partially affected by that as well. And Mike Pop Bear Campbell, he's kind of started up a little bit of a GoFundMe or a collection to go out that way. His boss's trucks are out there every single day. Can you, I know we're going back green, but maybe you don't mind, take a second with us. Can you tell us about some of the relief efforts and everything you've seen so far?
Yeah, I mean, I was out of power for a good 4 days. I couldn't even have cell service where I was for a good 2 or 3 days. I couldn't even make calls. I'd have to drive, a good 30 minutes away from my house to even do that. But we're about to go green here.
All right, I'll get you back on down with the rest of your team. Good luck, sir. As always, keep the shiny side up. Let's go.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, so we'll get back with Josh Taylor a little bit later on. But yeah, big effort out in Western North Carolina right now. And it's all to try to help all the people that were affected by Hurricane Helene, all the mudslides and everything else that have completely taken people from their home to all kinds of slideways. It looks like he's able to save it. We're going to stay green. One hell of a save for him. All right, so Josh Taylor looks like he's going to be able to move on up to P number 2. Justin Anscock now in that number 13, just ahead of him. And yeah, Chloe, I tell you, if you go onto YouTube or somewhere else where you can get real life video footage, it is absolutely horrendous. Caution's out. Looks like this caution, as soon as I get the replay, I'll be able to find out exactly what this is for. But yeah, there are whole towns that were completely wiped off the face of the earth by mudslides and everything else. So go on over, look it up. It's absolutely horrific in every sense of the word. All right, so I'm not getting any kind of information as far as what happened here. So we're going to go on up and move up with Justin Anscock. He's also right there in the same team channel as Josh Taylor, who we just spoke with. So go ahead and pull Josh. I'm sorry, Justin here right quick. We just talked to Josh. Pull Justin here right quick. Justin, it's Repeat up in the booth. How you feeling about that Ghost number 13, sir?
Pretty good. Just on a little bit older tires than the other guys that just pitted, but I think these cautions are just cooling them down, and I think we should be a little bit more even.
So you decided to step out of the admin tower this evening and get down on track and mix it up for 200 laps. Working lap 62. This race is on pace to really just fly by faster than you guys are turning. There's only now about 9 trucks now that have got down into the 14-second bracket. Your best this evening so far, 14:92. The fastest, I want to say, was a 14:84. Can you top that, and can you grab the checkers?
Maybe at the end of the race if there's like a green-white checkered. I'm just kind of just pacing myself so I don't burn the rears off and get loose, come out of the corner and spin out. It definitely trends loose after about 15 or 20 laps though.
All right, Rowdy, I'll get you back on down with the rest of your teammates. Tell Josh Taylor, well, I'll just talk to him, but tell Mike Papa Bear Campbell, good luck. Both of you keep the shiny side up. Absolutely love that paint scheme, by the way. And, man, go get it.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it. All right, one more time. Pilot of this number 13 Ghost Toyota TRD machine, Justin Anaskog, got a great, got to race with both him and Andrew Chapman last night as part of the Alpha One Foundation charity race. You want to talk about teamwork. Both of those guys really, helping me and Mike Papa Bear Campbell along the way as well. Definitely appreciate everything that him and Andrew Chapman and Mike Papa Bear Campbell did to help me out and get me up to speed. I don't normally get behind the wheel of Xfinity cars, the Cup cars or the trucks, as Straight Out Alaska chiming in saying, happy birthday, Justin. Absolutely texted this guy this morning saying the same exact thing. So yeah, big happy birthday to Justin Anaskog. Feels like I've known this guy since he was a teenager. I think I actually have, if I'm not mistaken. But Chloe says, I've seen a lot of flooding and all the damage from the hurricane they just had. It's absolutely devastating. Chloe, yeah, very much so. Very much so. But want to welcome everybody that just joined, whether you're out there in the land of Twitch or YouTube. Definitely appreciate it. Working lap 65. It's got 135 more laps to go. These laps have absolutely been flying by. 200 laps. I think these guys could probably go 500 laps and still get done in the same amount of time that they normally get done with some of the longer races. But, all right, so we're going to get it on back to Barney here right quick. And green flag. All right, so it looks like 13 was able to go ahead and lead that one also. Caution's going to fly. This time it looks like something the double deuce of Josh Arnold's going to have something to do with. So we'll go back with this double deuce right quick. Let's go ahead and switch on over to our chase cam that we get a little bit wider of a view. You see the 81 of John underneath. And it's going to, of course, John Osborne. Let's go ahead and play this out. All right, so right at the green flag. Here we go. See Andrew Chapman in that number 25 Virginia Tech machine underneath, up and off the corner. 25 is going to go ahead and take the spot, really using the banking, try to carry as much momentum as possible, not really tagging a wall at all. Oh, big checkup, and that is what's going to bring that double deuce around. Unfortunately, gets tagged by one driver in the back. You see all the damage on the rear end. Nothing that Josh could have done right there different whatsoever. Just a big checkup again. Let's rewind that one more time, because that was a huge checkup. I don't know where that came from. All right, let's play this out quarter speed, and we'll jump up to the nose cam and watch how fast the back end of that number 89 comes up to him. I mean, this is going to be huge. Going into the corner, and it almost seems like the 89 just flat stops. And yeah, 22 looks like the 17 barely able to get on by. And it looks like it's going to be the 82 of Stan Carnathan that's going to come on up and tag the back end of the double deuce. Nothing Stan could have done because there were trucks to his outside. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we talked to Josh Taylor and Justin Anasagok. We're going to give this one a little bit of a break. We'll probably grab either Austin Collins or Tom Harmon with the next caution. But look at that. You know, I just mentioned it was lap 65. Here we are on lap 71 already. So absolutely flying by. But if you'd like to reach Mike Pop Bear Campbell and donate towards the Hurricane Helene Relief Fund, let me know, and I'll get you in touch with Mike. Get you his PayPal or his Cash App or whatever it is. Mike's company takes trucks of supplies out to the affected areas every single day. I mean, Mike's been working overtime, and there's some nights where he's not sure that he's actually going to be able to make it home to get on here in time to get these races in. He's got the races set up early so that the race can still go off even if he can't personally make it. So far, so good. He's been working a lot with his boss and his boss's wife to keep things rolling as the week has gone on. So Mike Pop Bear Campbell, I'll tell you what, the turnout for what iRacing and even Xbox community before, if there is something that this community can do to help make the days of someone or the lives of someone else better, we'll absolutely do it. Everything from kids that are stricken with cancer or bitten by dogs or whatever the case may be. Now Hurricane Helene, this community is really all about it. Just like Mike Allen's Alpha One Foundation and the race that we ran last night for that raised over $1,000 by 30 different drivers that took part in last night's race. All right, so Justin Anasagok continuing to lead. Josh Taylor, Tom Harmon now P3, Austin Collins, Andrew Chapman, and Chris Weaver. A little bit of a battle back here between the 74 and 25. 74 down low, 68 up in front of that 25. Andrew Chapman feels pretty good about his truck. 74 getting a little wiggly, so the 25, excuse me, 25 had a little bit of a hole to move down into, and we are going. All right, sorry about that. I mentioned before, a little under the weather, got a little bit of a cough, so I'm kind of drinking little bits of water and some vitamin C and some cough drops to keep the coughing under control. I don't know where this all came from. Came on after the charity race last night. Started to feel it, and the 25 and the 18, they got a little bit of a battle going on between themselves, but they're able to settle it out. Justin Anasagok still leading, but how about this guy, our current points leader, talking about the 68 of Tom Harmon, down one spot after starting on pole. Maybe got a little bit of a shot there to the tailgate from the 25. They're going to come side by side down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Tom Harmon might have the advantage because of that high side banking, a little bit more momentum as he pulls up on the tailgate of the 13 of Justin Anasagok. 25 really trying to hold strong. Maddie, I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that I feel better as well. I've actually got to spend like 4 or 5 hours outside of my home tomorrow with my dogs in the Jeep. I'm having the inspection for my home, getting ready to sell it. So I'm hoping for the best from that. But man, this 25, he is on an absolute tear right now. Matty Joy fan says, hope you feel better. Earlier, Chloe was wondering who else was out here in the Twitch chat. Well, Chloe, there's another one that you're a little bit more familiar with. All right, so caution number 6 is going to fly. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened here. Looks like Doug King is going to have something to say about this caution. So let's go on back, find out exactly what happened here, and we'll ride with it. At Guns N' Roses, number 87, you see the deuce right in front of him, up and off turn number 4, down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2, now diving underneath the 2. Has a whole lane and a half to himself, back up to about the right rear of the 2. Again, off of the corner, going to get a little loose. And the 87 is going to go hard into the inside wall, keeps the truck locked down so nobody else got collected. And as you can see there, the pace truck coming out to collect the field. All right, so 1 truck spin, 1 truck damaged. No harm, no foul to the rest of the field. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Tom Harmon now the man in the front. Let's see if we can possibly grab him right quick. He should be down here in Weaver Motorsports. Yep, there he is. Let's go ahead and bring him on up right quick. Tom, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy?
Yeah, I got you, sir.
All right, buddy. So you came into tonight's race. I mean, you got a whopping 70-plus lead over the rest of the field, and now you've gone back up to where you started the race. You got the 99 of Dylan Chappell, Mike Carter, Chris Murphy. Some guys just came down pit road. Can you hold them off? Last time you were on pit road's lap 53. Those guys that are going to be behind you now down on lap 85.
Yeah, they're going to blow by me. So I'm not going to fight them too hard. I was going to fight what I can, but not exert too much. But don't want to wreck us. Hopefully get about a 10-lap run, set us off. Off cycle from the others, and go from there.
We're getting closer and closer to halfway in this race. When do you pour it on to go for it all?
Really, you don't want to go until you all out until the final 50 or so laps. But depending on how hard everybody's racing right now, it might have to go sooner. We'll see.
All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down there in Weaver Motorsports. Good luck as always. Avril looks beautiful on that truck. That seems like she never flaws on her makeup. I don't know. Maybe but go get it, buddy.
Thanks, sir.
You got it. All right, one more time. Pilot of this number 68, Avril Lavigne Silverado, the one and only Tom Harmon. Back on down to Weaver Motorsports he goes. We're going to get ready to go back green here momentarily. Billsy says, Dylan, P2. Yeah, absolutely. Dylan Chappell Sr. right now sitting P number 2 in that number 99. Says, God bless the troops. The politicians. I couldn't agree more in this Pizza and Wings podcast. Number 99, Ford F-150. Down the backstretch, we're going to go back green on lap 90, so it's going to be 110 laps to go. Again, if you're out there in the land of Twitch or YouTube, definitely appreciate it. Go on up, smash that follow, hit the subscribe if you can. We're going to go back green right now. Bringing on back down to Barney in that flag stand. Pace truck making a hard left off the banking. Let's go. So 99's kind of falling back a little bit down to P4, but still up 17 spots on the evening so far. He's right ahead of Mike Carter and Chris Weaver. Mike Carter in that 98, Chris Weaver in that number 17 Fox 8 Sports Machine. Giovanni Klein looks like he's going to have something to do with this most recent yellow flag. Let's go back, find out exactly what that is, and we'll go from there. So there you see him back here in the CMR Designs Toyota TRD machine. Let's go ahead and play this. find out exactly what happens. See the 74 up on the high side. Here comes the 78 as well. Two very, very strong powerhouse drivers coming up to his outside. Just saw Josh Taylor in that number 18 machine as well. All three of those drivers used to be very, very close to the front, and they're just trying to keep things up on that high side. Oh, 84 looks like he just gets loose on exit. You see him lock it down, all that tire smoke. No other trucks collected. Pace car is going to go ahead and pull off pit road, and that is the reason for this caution. Good job by Giovanni, though, to absolutely lock that truck down and keep it out of harm's way. So the only thing he's got going around right now is some pissed off tires, but he'll be able to move on past that. All right, so Chris Murphy now, he is up to P number 2. We just talked to the leader just a moment ago. Let's see if we could possibly pull Chris Murphy on up to the booth. He's going to be down there in KS Gaming 51's channel. Chris, it's Repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Chris, so up to P2 in this number 7 DAV machine. You're up 8 spots so far, right behind our current points leader. How you feeling about your truck, and can you get on up there and maybe take over one more spot and get that point for leading a lap?
I would like to say I have a lot of confidence, but it's not the case. It's been a really tough season, so I'm just trying to stay out of everybody's way, but try to be competitive. I'm pretty good on the concrete tracks, so I think it's going to be all about track position here and not give up too much, taking too many tires. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Man, I just saw that logo on the back end, that IROC TV logo. I haven't seen that, it feels like, in years. Way to bring a little bit of nostalgia back. That was definitely a great available channel over on Roku for the longest time between two different owners. It was definitely a lot of fun, and of course keeping our respect alive for all of America's heroes and our armed forces. Definitely appreciate that paint scheme also. I'll get you back on down to KS Gaming 1. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up as always, sir. Go get them.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. All right. And as soon as I find Kurt's channel, there it goes. All right. So back on down. Looks like the 68. He's going to choose to go ahead and take the high side. We're going to go around one more time. Godzilla says, Dylan! Yeah, absolutely. Dylan Chappell Sr. right now still in P4 now. Lost a spot or two on that restart. Again, Dylan, last time he was on pit road's lap 53, so he's got some of the oldest tires out there, but he's got a lot of good track position. Let's go ahead and bring it on back to the starter cam. Barney's going to go ahead and put that yellow flag away, bring out the green, and we're going to fire it back off yet again. There it is. There's the switch. All right, in the center of turns 3 and 4. Pace truck again, hard off that bank. You watch that suspension for that truck flex.
Green, green, green.
Green flag, let's go. All right, 68 like got shot out of a cannon. Tom Harmon pulling away to a good almost half-second lead already. Andrew Chapman, though, not giving up on that bottom side, really getting that truck to eat. Caution's going to fly. This looks like it's going to have something to do with Claire Murphy. Let's go back and see if we can find out exactly what happened. All right, move on over to our handy-dandy chase cam. Claire Murphy again. And let's play this out. Find out exactly. Whoop. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to Claire Murphy. And let's play this out. See the 89 to his inside. 57 to Kenny Lynn. 89 possibly. Oh, I'm wondering if there might have been a bigger run there. If they would have thought about taking it 3 wide. But nope, Deuce really using that banking, trying to get back in the throttle as soon as possible to use all that momentum. It's funny, he says Wawa shop now. I haven't been to a Wawa since I was in Blakesley, Pennsylvania. Has both of those trucks hard into the outside wall. Let's go ahead and back that up one more time. And it looks like it's going to be definitely going to be some contact here. Let's play this out quarter speed. Again, 89 down low. 2's going to tag the wall, and here comes Giovanni Klein with a head full of steam. And, yeah, sent the 2 low, collects the 89. Both of them go nose first into the outside wall, going into, boy, that 2, all kinds of rattled right there. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Very, very unfortunate. All right, so it looks like the 68 decides to go ahead and pit. That's going to give the lead back to Andrew Chapman. Dylan Chappell Sr. right now sitting in P number 3. Let's see if we can find Dylan right quick. I believe we can. Going to be down there in Checkmate Motorsports. Bring him on up here right quick for you, the fans, and to see exactly what he thinks of his chances this evening. Dylan, it's Repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy out there?
Hey, what's up, Pete?
Well, I'm all right. Tell you what, you got Billy out here saying, Dylan. You got Godzilla saying, Dylan. You got all kinds of people out here calling your name, wanting to know how you're doing, what you're up to, and I want to know the same thing. Can you get on up there, take this lead, grab a point for yourself, and maybe even the checkers when it's all said and done?
I'm hoping so. I got into a wreck earlier, and the truck never gave me the option to fix damage, so I think I'm underpowered just a little bit. And I'm up here on older tires, so I'm just kind of hanging out for a little while. Maybe play the right strategy and can pull something out.
I'll tell you what, I'll cheat a little bit and take a look around your truck for you. So far, left front, left rear looks pretty good. A little bit of scrapage on the left rear, not too bad though. Right front looks absolutely perfect. Right rear, not an issue. So a little bit of a scrape on the left rear. Everything else though, absolutely looks great. If I take a look from the back through the chase cam, I don't see anything wrong there, especially the saying on the back, that is. So, no, man, you absolutely look good. Billy says, Dylan, I love you. Hey, driver, look at the... Never mind, I'm not... Why not?
Billy.
Yeah. Billy says, look at these. Yep. All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back on down. As I see you're getting all racked and stacked back up. Buddy, let's go. Back on down to Checkmate Motorsports. You go.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. Okay, one more time. Dylan Chappell, Checkmate Motorsports. We're going back green. All right, so it looks like Dylan's going to be able to hold off so far. Caution's going to fly. Going to have something to do with Kenny Lynn, Mike Miller, and more. This could be the big one here at Bristol. Excuse me. Let's catch up with Kenny Lynn right now. All right, we're actually going to stay in this frame. I'm not going to drop back because this actually showed to collect quite a few cars. So let's play this out. Area behind the 63 of Evan Knopp. Got the 30 down low. Oh, there's the wreck. Let's see if we can't back that up just a tad and see exactly how that all starts. I think it's going to start somewhere with the 5, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll go back here with the 5 of Mike Miller, and let's go quarter speed here. All right, so you see the 63 of Evan Knopp. That's also going to be Kenny Lynn in that 57 on the outside. Oh, just some contact between the 63 and the 57. That collects the 5. He smashes the outside wall. The 84 of Giovanni Klein, nowhere to go. There's a double deuce of Josh Arnold. He's going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage in this as well. The 81 of John Osborne, 68, as well as the 82 of Stan Carnathan go low to avoid it all. There's the 87, 78, absolutely locked down, all kinds of skidways. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so big moves here. Big moves. We get another caution. We'll go ahead and pull the 98 of Mike Carter and see how he feels about his chances in that Toyota this evening. He's got the 17 of Chris Weaver right behind, and then Jordan Anderson, Giovanni Klein, and John Osborne to round out the top 10. Definitely see just about 20 of you between Twitch and YouTube so far. Big thank you. Don't forget, go on over, smash the follow, hit the subscribe button if you can. It is absolutely appreciated, but never, ever taken for granted. All right, so it looks like 98. I'm sorry, 98. He's going to line up on the outside. Let's go ahead and catch back up with our leaders. Lights atop the pace truck are out. We're getting ready to roll. Man, this race already passed halfway, and they've just been absolutely flying. Earlier, we were talking about 8 guys or so inside the 14-second bracket. Now we got about 13, give or take. Pace truck's off.
Green flag.
Let's go. All right, so 25, Andrew Chapman, he's going to be able to go on and resume the lead. Andrew said when we talked to him earlier, feels really good about Bristol Motor Speedway. He's got Justin Anscock about a good truck length and a half back, or 2/10, whichever you prefer. The 7 of Chris Murphy looking pretty good in that machine, able to stay right there in Justin Anscock's tire tracks. Then how about Josh Taylor? Fell back earlier, went down pit road on lap 86, grabbed 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, and topped off that Sunoco E15 virtual fuel. But how about we do a little bit of a crank it up session as my voice cracks a little bit. Again, a little under the weather, but we'll do a little bit of a crank it up session. We'll go through the field. If you got something to crank it up, do just that. Let's go. Caution number 10 on the evening is out. Looks like, let's see. Looks like Austin Collins, Andrew Chapman, and others going to have something to do with this. Even Josh Taylor. So I don't know if somebody lost it and then collected a few, but definitely saw some damage on the side of Andrew Chapman's machine. So let's go back with driver 25 right now and find out exactly what happened. Let's go ahead and bring it on back down to our handy-dandy chase cam one more time. I'm wondering if this lap truck is going to have something to do with this. Let's play it out. Cecil Ross, Lieutenant Colonel retired of our United States Army out there in the land of YouTube. Colonel Ross, welcome, sir. For anybody that doesn't know, Lieutenant Colonel Ross of our United States Army, the proud owner of the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're in the great state of Indiana, ouch! If you're in the great state of Indiana or any of the surrounding states and you're a veteran, or maybe you know a veteran, your mom, your cousin, your uncle, your brother, your father, sister, whatever the case may be. If you're a veteran or you know a veteran of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, even a Space Force, and they need to know anything about any of the veterans' benefits that are available to them, or maybe they need some assistance, maybe they need that, maybe just that buddy check or that phone call. Maybe they need to know a little bit more about how to interview at jobs or resume writing or getting them ready or reacclimated to the civilian world. Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Ross is able to assist with that and a whole lot more. They got Leon's Heroes. I mean, all kinds of programs that are available through the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. Go on over, look them up. And I tell you what, this man, I sent him an email when he was struggling with COVID. Say, hey man, just buddy check, how you feeling? He got back to me within 24 hours just to let me know that, hey man, I'm recovering. Thank you so much for the check. That's what brothers and sisters of our armed forces do. We look after each other every single day. So Colonel Ross, thank you very much for all you do for all of our veterans. And thank you for all you've done for our armed forces, sir. All right, so we saw just what happened there. Let's go ahead and bring it back live as the 25's got to unfortunately take his machine down pit road and get healed up. All right, so Dylan Chappell in that number 99. He is leading the way. How about this guy? 84, Giovanni Klein, who's in a wreck just recently, sitting P2. Tom Harmon right now sitting P3. John Osborne, 4th. Austin Collins sitting P number 5. Lights atop the pace truck are on. So they're going to go around. Looks like it's going to be one more time. And then the lights on the truck. Lights on top of the pace truck are going to go out. And we're going to get ready to go back green. While I've got a second, I told you, reach out to Lieutenant Colonel Ross. Let's actually go ahead and put his email address out there for you in case you actually do need it. Because there's so many programs that are available to our veterans of our armed forces. And, what the services and the information that's available is or can be considered invaluable excuse me to our brothers and sisters. All right, so the 99, by virtue of being a control truck, he's going to be able to get on up there and take off, really using that banking.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution's going to fly yet again. And let's get on down with this, find out what's going on. Looks like Mike Pop Bear Campbell, Evan Knopf, and Andrew Chapman are going to have something to do with this. So let's go on back and jump in to our chase cam and see if we can find out exactly what happened here. Let's play this out. So this is going to be on the restart. You see the 71 starting from about P3 on the high side. Very, very slow start, unfortunately. You see on the back of his truck, turned out for what iRacing Series supports, Helene Destruction Relief Efforts. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, where Mike Pop Bear Campbell and his company going to and from all the devastated areas in western North Carolina. Nowhere to go as the 63 collects that 71 on the high side. There's the 25 kind of rolling in last minute. Doesn't look like he got too much damage, but 71's going to go ahead and grab a gear, spin it around, get up, get going. Same thing with Evan Knopf in that vitamin water number 63. It looks like Pop Bear's going to go ahead and stay out. A little bit of debris flipping on track. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so I said I was going to try to pull Mike Carter. Let's see if we can go ahead and try to find him. All right, he's going to be down there in Team SCR. Let's go ahead and bring him on up to the booth. Mike, it's repeat up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy, sir?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, Mike, sitting P3, up 12 spots. Austin Collins ahead of you. He's up 22. Tom Harmon, of course, in that Avril Lavigne 68 of Silverado, up leading the way. Can you get on up there and take this one all to yourself, sir?
We're gonna give it a good old college try.
Hey, college try is better than, hey man, I just don't feel it, or I don't like this track, or whatever the case may be. You're up, again, up 12 spots to P3, so that truck's got to feel pretty good, pretty stable underneath you. We have had a few cautions tonight, haven't really seen you get collected in any, so that truck looks like it's in one piece, no real damage around any of the fenders, the rear end and the hood all look like you're in one piece, so you look pretty good, sir.
Yeah, we've got a little lucky a few times, but it takes that here at Bristol.
I do, unfortunately. All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down with the rest of your team, Team SCR. Good luck as always. Keep the shiny side up. We'll talk to you later. Go get it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. All right, again, one more time. Mike Carter, pilot of this number 98 Toyota TRD machine. Going to get him back on down to Team SCR. Wishing him all the luck. All right. I mentioned Leon's Heroes earlier. There's also the Hero Care program and so many more. Please, again, Network Alliance for Veterans.com. Go on over, check it out, and if you see anything there that you think the veteran that's closest to you and your family, or any veteran for that matter, would be able to use, reach on out to Lieutenant Colonel Ross. I promise you, he won't let you down. All right, back to our starter cam. Green flag is already up. We're getting ready to roll.
Green flag, green flag.
Taking lap 131. Let's go. Back at it. Oh, looks like 98 trying to hold on to it. I hope he doesn't blame me for that. But able to stay green. There you see the 25 Andrew Chapman coming up to his backside. Mike Carter just fell from about P3 back to P12. But he's got a great truck to go ahead and try to rebound and do the best he can. The truck looks very, very stable up and off the corner. I think he still has a fighting shot as we get to about 65 laps remaining here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, the last great Coliseum. This is the Turned Out for What iRacing Truck Series, fully presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans at networkallianceforveterans.com. All right, Tom Harmon, let's get on up here. Leading the way, 74 of Austin Collins, right up his trumpet, going into and off of turns 3 and 4. 68 is trying to hold him back. 74 all over his tailgate, not letting the sight of Avril Lavigne go whatsoever. Have to see, both of these guys were last down pit road in the lap 100, lap 108 range as they come on by the number 71 batter's machine of Mike Pop Bear Campbell. A little bit of a oh boy moment for those guys. Had to kind of check up just a second, but able to keep on going. Josh Taylor has been from the front to the back, working his way back to the front yet again in that HendrickCars.com number 18. The 78 of Brian Fitzkemi, he's coming up there right with him. All right, so we started to go through the field before. What do you say we go ahead and try to get back to that, see the sights and sounds one more time of Bristol Motor Speedway before we go green flag, hopefully, all the way to the end. All right, again, one more time. If you got a nice Bluetooth speaker, good surround sound, nice TV, whatever the case may be, let's go. Crank it up. All right, caution's going to fly yet again. Looks like this time it's going to be Mike Carter. Let's go ahead and go back, find out exactly what happened with him right quick. Let's switch this around. That way we can find out what happened with this 98. We did see him get loose earlier. There you see the 30 kind of cruising around on the bottom side. Mike Carter up there in that 25 up on the high side. Looks like 98's going to be able to get on by him. Really just coasting along that bottom side in turns. It looks like that was turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, locking it down, not hitting the inside wall. And it looks like he didn't make contact with any other trucks either. And caution came out, able to save him, able to let everybody else go on by. Great job by the 98 to lock that down and not collect anybody else. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All righty then. So there are some trucks on pit road. Working lap 53 means we got less than 50 laps remaining. Dylan Chappell in this number 99. He's leading the way. Austin Collins P2, Brian Pizzakemi, Josh Taylor, Tom Harmon, Chris Weaver, Evan Knopp, Josh Arnold, John Osborne, and Mike Carter to round out the top 10. All right, so let's see if maybe we can get a hold of Chris Weaver. Haven't really talked to him in a while. He's down there in Weaver Motorsports. Let's bring him on up. Give him a quick second here. Chris, it's Repeat up in the booth, but you got a quick copy for us.
What's going on, Pete?
I am all right, sir. You know, I talked about you time and again about all the great work that you do for the world of sports in the Carolinas. You were there to cover everything that happened at North Wilkesboro and, of course, Rockingham. Everything that's been going on there. But tonight we want to know about your truck and what you may be able to do in that Fox8.com number 17 machine.
Well, I guess we'll find out. It's been a little bit treacherous for me. I've had a couple of incidents where I've gotten big loose and hit the wall a couple of times. Took my buddy Jordan Anderson out with me behind me when I had a big spin and he couldn't get out of the way. But we'll see what we can do. I do want to give a shout out to the people of Western North Carolina. I've been up there a couple of times covering that this past week. Headed up there again this week to see if we can show the world what they need up there. But we're going to see what we can do up here. I've got good tires now, so we're going to make a run to the end.
Yeah, people of Western North Carolina need a whole lot. You know, Mike Pop Bear Campbell, he started up a fun drive. Stan Carnathan, he's donating 50 cents for every green flag lap that we run here tonight, and he's going to match it up to $100. So it's absolutely phenomenal, and it's something that turned out for what iRacing community does with every single event, or it seems like anything that really strikes that chord with this community, they completely rally behind, whether it's an unfortunate child with cancer or someone or another child that gets bit by a dog or whatever. So many great charities and causes have been run through this community.
Absolutely, and it's so great to have an outlet like this to put that kind of effort into, to make sure people have the ability to have some help when needed.
All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down to your team, Weaver Motorsports. Good luck. Keep Fox 8 News live. Let's go.
Thanks.
Got it. All right, we are going back green. Let's go. So Chris Weaver right now, as he gets a little loose in that Fox 8 machine. He mentioned it, saying that was something that he was fighting. Well, great save by him, big slide, and able to drop back a couple spots. But you know what? He kept it off the outside wall, kept it off the inside wall, and he's able to continue on. He's got the double deuce underneath. Josh Arnold's going to be able to get on by. Now the 87 also of Doug King, there we go, right to his outside, able to get on by, get underneath him. So Chris Weaver, big hand moments for him, and he's able to press on. Up front, with less than 40 laps to go now, the 68. He's got the 99 of Dylan Chappell Sr., as well as the 74 of Austin Collins, and then Brian Pizzakemi 3 or 4 of the guys that we're talking about every single week. But Dylan, I tell you, Dylan Chapel Sr., he's never, ever, ever far off the lead. Field kind of thinning out just a little bit. We've only got, 7 guys left on the lead lap. Got a lot of battered and bruised trucks out here on track. Going to be a great points night for a lot of people. Unfortunately, there are many people out. You got Josh Taylor out, Mike Carter.
All right, man.
Caution's going to fly. Looks like Doug King and Chris Weaver may have something to say with this. Let's go back with Doug King right now. See if we can find out exactly what happened with that GNR number 87 machine right now. And we'll play this out. This from our drone cam. Little loose off that corner, but able to right the ship. Going into turns 1 and 2 right there. Here's down the back stretch into 3 and 4 up high using the banking, trying to get on the throttle, gets a little loose, little sideways, plugs the inside wall and keeps it down there not to bounce back off into any kind of oncoming traffic. And the 87's night just went and got worse. Gonna go ahead and grab a gear as soon as everybody gets on by, and here comes the 17. Nowhere to go. 87, an innocent bystander. Talk about adding insult to injury. And very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. That was horrible. All right. So it looks like 17, he's able to come up and off of pit road. Tom Harmon is still out there. We talked to Dylan Chapel. Let's see if we can maybe raise the 81 of John Osborne here right quick. He's going to be down there in Eons Motorsports. John, it's Repeat Up in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy in that Valvoline 81?
Oh, what's up, Pete?
What's up, sir? All right, John, you're up 9 spots to get into or crack the top 5. Do you have anything for this field this evening?
Probably not. I think I'm just trying to hold on. Yeah, it's been pretty wild, man. Just with other people working, just trying to avoid everything that you can, Pete. It's been really tough. I'm just going to try to hang on here so I can stay in the top 10, I guess, without having to. I just made up 2 laps, so just got back on the lead lap. Got most of my damage fixed, and so we'll see what we can do here, man. I just put fresh tires on it. I don't know how many sets of tires everybody else has. I know we're pretty much all beat up out here, so I'm going to just try to bring it home in the piece that it is right now.
Well, I mean, going through or taking a look at the running order and looking at the screens and all that, I mean, you're actually going to restart at P7, it looks like, with Josh Arnold, Evan Knopp, Chris Weaver, and Chris Murphy kind of like right around you. There are a lot of cars that have already retired, and some pretty fast trucks as well. You know, I believe Justin Anasagok, he is out in that number 13, the 18 of Josh Taylor, Charlie Mosley, the 24 of Snyder. You know, so many people that we see every single week inside the top 5, top 10. It's not going to be a great points night for them, but you can definitely capitalize on it. Can you get up there?
We'll see. I'm gonna try. You know, my whole goal was to just kind of survive tonight, and we've made it this far. Definitely look like a wrinkled aluminum can, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll see what we can do, Pete.
All right, buddy, we'll drain the oil out of that Valvoline number 81. I'll get you back on down with Stan Carnathan down there in Eons Motorsports. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up. Let's go racing.
Thanks, pal.
You got it. All right, one more time. Pilot of this number 81 Valvoline machine. Talking about John Osborne, up 7 to sit P7. Maybe that'll be a lucky omen as the race goes on. But back on down to his team. Green flag's out. Let's go. All right, so it looks like John Osborne is going to stay right there in P7. Back up front, all Tom Harmon, but he's still under threat by the 78 of Brian Pizzichemi, now up 23 spots. Austin Collins up 21 spots. Dylan Chappell Sr. up 17. Josh Taylor, even though he backed out, he was up 16 spots from where he started. Stan Carnathan, he's out here, I believe, still in this number 82. He's sitting P12. He's up 11 spots. So even though there's a lot of people out, there's still a lot of movers and shakers as the night has gone on. Talking about moving and shaking, how about this guy right here, number 74, Austin Collins. The man just went to Plaid, posting a time of 14:64, the fastest lap of the race so far. You know that these guys are fast when his fastest lap is only .084 than anybody else. So, yeah, there's a lot of guys that have posted. Earlier, there were only like 2 or 3 that were down in the 14-second bracket. Now, I mean, I go through the field, and there's more 14s as the best lap than there are 15s. So these guys have absolutely been getting after it all night long. 22 to go here in the Helene Relief 200. Again, one more time, if you'd like to help out the victims of Hurricane Helene in the North Carolina mountains, please send me a message. You can either send me a whisper here on Twitch, or send me a message on Discord, send me a message through Facebook, send me a message somewhere, and let me know, and I'll get you hooked up with Mike Papa Bear Campbell, and we'll make sure whatever donation you're able to give, there's no donation too small, no donation too big. Any and everything is absolutely appreciated, and just want you to know that. Whole lot of tight quarters racing going on up here. 74, 78, 68 coming up on the backside of the 71 of Mike Pop Bear Campbell. Mike's going to go ahead and keep it low. These guys coming on by, coming to 17 laps to go this time here at Bristol Motor Speedway. It is a 4-truck race. I mean, the 99, 74, 78, and the 68, they are all up there trying to get after it and see what they can do. You know, looking on from that, from the 99 Ford F-150, and this is his shot. Side-by-saddle, just about a side-by-side battle for the lead. Something happened with the 99. Not quite sure if he had to go down for fuel or what the case may be. But down to a 4-man race up front. Josh Arnold a little bit further back here in this double deuce. And he's got Evan Knopp in that 63. Even though that 63 is battered and bruised, he's still able to get back inside the top 5. Josh Arnold right now sitting at P number 4. 9 laps to go, though. This is the battle. There you see the 5 of Mike Miller, the 7 as well. Those guys both going to keep it down, forcing those guys to take the high side. The high side's pretty much preferred anyway. Still nose to tail. 78 again, going to try to look to the inside, but I don't think he can get the throttle down. 68 of Tom Harmon really doing the 78 a favor by not really pinching him down on that low side. That way he's able to get back in the throttle somewhat. Here we go. 78's got to run off the corner, really digging low. Here we go. Side by side, up and off. 78 maybe thought about a little bit of a slide job. Nothing there, nothing doing. 78 getting a little loose. See him there under throttle. 68 still keeping him honest across the start stripe. 6 laps to go. 78 not yet clear. 68 up on the high side. Now he has the 74 of Austin Collins to contend with. They're going to be side by side to bring us down to 5 laps to go. 78 of Brian Pizzakemi in the lead. 68 kind of falling back a little bit as he used up his stuff. The first and second place, they all pit on lap 168. Tom Harmon back on 152. So this is the difference in the tires. 4 laps remaining for Bristol here with the turn down for what iRacing Truck Series presented by the Network Alliance for Veterans at Network Alliance for Veterans.com. Ladies and gents, I put his Lieutenant Colonel retired Cecil Ross's information out there in chat earlier. I'll do it again here in just a little bit, but we're down to 3 laps, coming to 2 laps to go. This is the battle for the lead. 74 wants it, 78 has it. 78 little loose, it looked like off the corner, but able to continue motivating on. Now 74 right up the 78's trumpet. 2 laps remaining. 78 getting a little loose. Has to save it. Puts it up into the outside wall. Austin Collins able to get on by. Now without a threat from anybody whatsoever. Pizzakemi now more than a second off of his lead. Coming across the 71 lap down car, Mike Pop Bear Campbell. And Austin Collins gets it done at Bristol. Great job by driver 74, up 23 spots to get the W at the last great Coliseum. Congratulations, Austin Collins. All right, what do you say we go ahead and clear the boards? Give the man his due. Austin, it's all yours, sir. Light him up. Teammates kind of lining up next to each other. Tom Harmon on the inside. There's the 78 as well. Nice little shot there of all 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Austin Collins, Brian Pizzakemi, Tom Harmon. It is going to be an all Weaver Motorsports podium here in just a moment. 74 already backed it out. 78 still sitting there. Looks like the 68 also backed it out. No celebratory burnouts. Maybe not enough tire. So we'll go ahead and send this off. We will be right back. Don't anybody go anywhere. All right, ladies and gents, we are back, and we have our Network Alliance for Veterans.com top 3 live in the booth. Going to kick it off with driver 68. You know, that Silverado Avril Lavigne painted machine, very, very fast all night long. But at the end, it looks like, Tom, it came down to tires. Last time you were on pit road was lap 152, where Austin Collins and Brian Pizzagami both came down on lap 168, and it just seems like that's what might have cost you this W. What do you think?
Yeah, I was praying for another caution, about, I don't know, 10, 15 to go, and I was banking on one, which is why I stayed out. But I know if it went green, I'd be in a lot of trouble, and that's unfortunately what happened, and I couldn't get it back.
Yeah, quite a few cautions this evening. Didn't really see you collect any much. I'm sure you saw a lot, though. Bristol Motor Speedway being, you know, just a half mile in length. As you come back around, you get to see, you know, some of the carnage that you guys were just talking about from what was pretty much dubbed the big one here at Bristol. Nothing like what we saw at Talladega today, but definitely took a whole lot of great cars out of it, like Justin Aniscock, Josh Taylor, and others. Walk us through your race, any bit of strategy that you had, please.
My goal was just to keep it clean until about 50 to go and try to stay up towards the front as much as I could. Did a good job of that, just coughed it up at the end.
All right, so Talladega, talking about Talladega, next week, anything can and usually does happen at that 2.66 mile juggernaut of a race, or racetrack rather, and it's also going to be my last of the season before I move on up to New York. I mean, how do you prepare for a race like that?
You do a lot of praying, and that's about all I got for it.
All right. Well, congratulations on yet another podium. You came into tonight's race leading by quite a bit in the points. Not going to lose too many here this evening. You led a lap. Not quite sure who led the most laps, but you're not going to lose too much here before heading to Dega, and hopefully there it'll work out for you as well.
Thank you, sir.
You got any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there?
Yep. Shout out to you up in the booth. All the drivers that show up each week, all the fans that watch the streams, my teammates. Finally thanked up for once. Finally remembering we actually put in good team effort tonight, and Avril on the truck.
Avril on the truck every single week. Yeah, talk about teammates. 1, 2, 3 for Weaver Motorsports. One great job by all three. All right, moving on up. Brian Pizzagami in that number 78 Silverado. Brian, when it was time for qualifying, I kind of saw you sitting there at the at the start stripe. Yeah, I'm guessing just kind of chilling, waiting for things to move on. You were definitely up for the challenge to come through the field, up 23 spots on the night, just like tonight's winner, Austin Collins. Walk us through your race, what you saw, and how you were able to navigate your way through the field.
Well, okay, so the truck itself was really loose after a certain, 20, 25 laps if you really burnt off that right rear. So it was a lot of just conservation and just kind of waiting for people to burn up their stuff and then making the moves. But because a lot of people were sideways, we're getting a lot of ill-timed cautions as the tires would fall off. And then from there, it was just kind of just making it through the field one by one, hoping for the best. And at the end, I didn't think I had anything for Thomas. The truck was so sideways, and then I stepped on it right in front of Austin on the last lap. But it was a lot of fun with them, and glad the rest of it kind of went green.
Yeah, we did have a couple of decent sized green flag runs. I think all in all there were about 12 cautions this evening. Some of them were just for single truck spins. Some hit the inside wall, others didn't. They were able to lock it down, but for the most part, they were able to lock it down and not bounce back up on track to collect other trucks. Coming from the back, I believe before you finally made it inside the top 5, we were already working like caution number 6. How do you navigate your way through cautions, and how much do you listen to a spotter when it comes to strategy?
Oh, it's an immense thing. You got to kind of just predict what's going to happen, and a few of those cautions I didn't know if we were going to go green or have like back-to-back cautions, because we had a lot of people getting a lot more sideways than I expected, and then a lot of people getting very aggressive because we were having so many cautions trying to make up all the time. So it became a, well, where do you actually attack? And at that point, it was just kind of wait till at least halfway in the run or in the race, and then start to make the way to the front just to make sure the truck wasn't dead.
You came into tonight's race ninth in points. Tom Harmon, Austin Collins, and Kenny Lind, and Andrew Chapman, they've all got 15, 16 starts under their belt. You've only got 11. So for you to crack the top 10 in points so far with, 4 or 5 races to go in the season, I definitely got to commend you on the great finishes that you've had so far this season. Keep it going. Definitely be pulling for you after I step away after Dega. What do you think about Dega, and do you align yourself with Weaver to go to the front, or how do you tackle that 2.66 mile track?
That is a secret.
No.
Okay. So I mean, I plan on working with my teammates here and trying to at least stay with them for the most part, and then towards the end we'll probably go every man for themselves, but just make sure we're there at the end to make sure we can push.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations yet again on your runner-up finish. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there?
Yeah, you in the booth as always is doing a great job up there, and I feel bad for a lot of the guys that got wrecked in an unfortunate one, but all the drivers that got that came out, and then my teammates for offering some assistance in how to drive this thing, because I was struggling in practice.
All right, Brian. I will catch you and Tom Harmon tomorrow night for the Shake and Bake iRacing Xfinity Series. It's going to be a great night. Go celebrate, sir.
Will do.
All right, moving on up. Last but not least, Austin Collins came in P2 in points tonight, about 70 or so. About 70 plus or so behind Tom Harmon. Austin, you're going to gain max points this evening. Not quite sure if you led the most laps, but one hell of a race. When it was coming down to the last 10 laps, give or take, and you and Brian were absolutely battling it out. You saw him kind of get a little loose. You were able to pull under and pull away. Did you see that, or did you see him kind of pushing a little bit harder than you were? Or walk us through those last 10 laps, please.
Yeah, it was mainly. I feel like I was running him over, him and Thomas there. Those last few laps, that last run right there. Ron was trying to get around Thomas, and obviously Thomas is really good and putting up a good fight. And yeah, obviously being a third truck there, I don't really have nowhere to go.
Same thing for you that I asked, Brian, you didn't put down a qualifying lap, or something happened with your qualifying lap. You're also up 23 spots. You and your Weaver Motorsports teammate, Brian Pizzagami, up 23 spots overall. Was this just a challenge to come up through the field, or what do you think about this track and everything you saw on your way through?
I started in the back to avoid the chaos, and that's kind of what we tried to do all night. Like I said, definitely plenty of it. I knew you could kind of just go back and forth strategy too. I know I got up towards the front by staying out there for a little bit, but at one point I had to come back in, obviously, and where I didn't qualify, so I had to pit on the back stretch. So every time I pitted, I'd lose everything and be in the very back again. So I knew with that, pretty much I had to pit within around lap 4 or 150 there at the end, and that would have to be my last stop and just stay out from there, or I wouldn't even have a chance. But where we didn't have, I think about 6 or 7 trucks on the lead lap there at the end, I was able to go ahead and pit and come on down and get 4 freshies as Thomas stayed out. And there at the end, we were just able to have a really good battle after we had avoided everything that had happened. And as I saw Brian getting pretty loose up there in front of me, well, not really loose, but I could tell he was driving hard, and it was really easy to step on it. I mean, I did the same thing the run before, right before we pitted. So I knew it was just really easy to jump that right rear, and once you do, you're along for the ride around here. But yeah, it was a lot of fun racing tonight.
the rest of the season goes Talladega, Richmond, Texas, Phoenix, and Homestead. This is your 4th win of the season so far. Again, 70-plus points behind Tom Harmon. How do you try to catch up, and how do you maximize every week to have a shot at that championship?
I don't know if there is a shot. Thomas might have to have some bad luck with the internet or something, or just have something come up to where he can't make a race. That'd be about my only chance at this point. It's going to be real hard to make that up, especially with like wild card tracks like Dega coming up. So, then again, like I said, it could also affect him too. But
yeah,
I don't think it'll be 70-point swing in those last few races there. Just with the amount of people we have and how good everybody runs, it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely.
Like I said at the beginning of the season, after missing first race, and I think I finished like 30th and 28th the first 4 races or something. I thought I had no chance of even being top 5. So at the end of the season here, P2 ain't too bad, especially to Thomas. Not the first time I finished second to him. So.
No, you guys put on a great show every single week. Talladega is usually where everybody comes out of the woodwork to put a qualifying lap down and see what they can do for that high bank 33-degree super speedway. Maybe, who knows, maybe it'll kind of get back to the way it was in the beginning of the season where you had to qualify your way in. We'll have to see. But congratulations on this W. Max points for you tonight, sir. We'll see what it all looks like, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yep.
All right, again, one more time, congratulations to Tom Harmon, Brian Pizzicami, and Austin Collins, all Weaver Motorsports 1, 2, 3. We will be back next week from Talladega, same bat time, same bat channel. It's going to be one hell of a race from that juggernaut of a super speedway. Again, also my last race for the season before we all hand it over to Joe over at OSRN for the final 4 or 5 races. Cannot wait to see exactly what kind of show that looks like. I'm sure I'm going to feel a little awkward, a little weird watching it on a 12-inch tablet versus calling it all lap after lap. But we'll see you next week at Dega. Everybody have a great